You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
So many of you may have gotten an alert from WWE, and I'm sorry that I didn't make a video about this, but, you know, with the whole monetize this last night and being up, I just woke up just now, so, yeah, this is indeed true. Many people may have gotten an alert from WWE. A lot of people, and I'm surprised not a lot of people are talking about this news, by the way. And if you start seeing people talking about it right after this video that I make, you know they ripped me off. But that being said, I haven't seen it as a news story. Maybe I'm crazy. But many people tweeted me that they got this alert. And WWE responded to our own listener. Who was it that it was? It was, I'm trying to remember who it was who got the alert because it's right here. Yeah, it was Deftones. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, it was Deftones who got the alert. Look at this. WWE Stomping Grounds 2019 starts now. Watch the entire live action on the WWE Network. So right there it says to watch Stomping Ground. And, of course, Stomping Ground is not on yesterday. This was last night, by the way. WWE did tweet out, "We apologize for the confusion. Stomping Grounds will be broadcast on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern with the kickoff 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you." What's funny about that, it's like, come on, you know it's not on Saturday night. But it is funny that a mass alert went out, and I got multiple messages from so many different people about this. And apparently, I guess it wasn't widespread enough because, I didn't hear a lot of people talking about this. Maybe other people already did talk about this, like, right when it happened, and I missed that. You know, I'm not really sure. But either way, it happened, and you're not dreaming. A lot of people got this alert. It wasn't just you. If you're out there thinking, like, I got the alert. I never got the alert myself, but I don't know if I just don't have notifications on. That being said, tonight is the Corrupted Podcast. There's a couple more little wrestling things I want to get to, but I do want to mention tonight is the Corrupted Podcast on Patreon. If you haven't become a patron yet, check out my Patreon. We're at 382 patrons. We're looking to try to hit 400 before June ends. Tons of bonus content I put up on Patreon. I talk about some stuff I don't talk about on YouTube. Just a whole bunch of stuff is up there. If you ask anybody who's a patron, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Tonight at 1 a.m., which is technically Sunday, but tonight at 1 a.m., as it turns 1 a.m., we'll be doing the Corrupted Podcast, the pre-show, the post-show, and the full podcast. You'll be able to hear it live if you're at least $1 a month patron. But if you're a $2 a month patron, you also get the audio. And then there's a whole bunch of other tiers you can check out after that, including tiers in the $25 range and up. And so I do want to shout out the $25 supporters, the producers of the Joe Cronin Show. You'll find their names down below in the description box. They are the people that keep this channel going. Otherwise, without them, we're done. Arknolia Strokelbean, Austin Caucci, Awonddy Big M, Brian Harper, Broken Lion, CJ Bradley, Dan Gonzalez, Frog Kid, Gary Metzler, Gerald Armstrong, Jason Tarr, Coop the Comedian, JayyMenAce, I don't think Coop's here anymore, but Justin McNeil, STARSCREAM, Mike Gwaz from Brooklyn, Mikey Too Crikey, NickY J, Ryan Pelletier, El Gallo de Oro, SithNegan, SoCom Kastle, The Bear, 1322, and Trey Hendrickson. Thank you guys so much for being associate producers and keeping the damn show on the air. It's for all of us other people out here. For the people wondering about my ear, I've only taken 2 doses of the amoxicillin antibiotics, and my ear is still like solidly muffled, and it's really annoying. But, you know, I just began the treatment, I guess, so, I mean, maybe it's going to take another 2 or 3 days for it to come back. I get paranoid about stuff. The minute my ear gets filled with water, I always believe I'm never going to be able to hear again. So I have that feeling right now, like I'm never going to be able to hear again. So, I mean, I hope in 3 days I'll be talking to you and my ear will be clear. But if in 3 days I'm talking to you and my ear still isn't clear, I'm going to be pretty friggin' concerned, I'll tell you that. Killian Dane and whatever her name is, Drake Maverick got married this weekend to somebody. Who cares? Nikki Cross and Killian Dane also got married this weekend. Of course, Nikki Cross is now, they've kind of made her more of a identifiable, I guess, character by making her more of a regular person rather than a maniac, crazy person, which tells me the WWE writing staff was so lazy, or Vince McMahon himself, probably Vince, was so lazy. He was like, yeah, I don't want to go with this whole, like, Nikki's crazy. I don't know what Nikki's going to do. You know, so they just made Nikki another dumb regular girl who's, like, picked on by Alexa. So, you know, her whole, like, personality or mega personality that could have been interesting, that they could have written for, that they could have done things for, they could have booked her a certain way. That whole crazy Nikki thing, like, kind of went out the window when they started making her be like Alexa's friend or whatever. So they're essentially doing the same storyline again that they've done 3 times. And, you know, people gave them credit on, I think it was the other night on one of the reviews, and even Jake DeMarco might have, because the segment with Bayley was kind of cool. A lot of people liked it, I guess. I didn't like it because it's just the same thing over again to me. But, you know, I didn't like it. They were like, oh, great. It's so good that they referenced that they've done this 3 times. They referenced the fact that this is the 3rd time Alexa's done this. So I get it. Like, oh, that's like her character is to, like, manipulate people and stuff. But it's like, nah, I don't give them credit for doing the same storyline for the 3rd time. Like, I get that it makes it a little more believable when people start bringing it up. Like, this is what you do, Alexa. You manipulate people. Now you manipulated Nikki. You know, I just, I don't know. Part of me I just feel like it's lazy. I don't think that they had anything else they could think of. So here they are, being lazy and stupid. They could have gone with something completely different than this. They could have gone with, you know, having Nikki be in the back and being kind of unhinged and crazy and give warnings like, when you least expect it, Nikki's going to show up or something. And, you know, they could have had Alexa Bliss and Bayley go on to have their feud, and then Nikki could show up, and then they could have turned it into a triple threat or had Nikki go against Alexa, whatever. Anything would have been better than doing the same high school bully girl storyline that they've already done 900 times. And I don't think my idea was very good either, because that's the same old type of thing too. But either way, come up with something, man, that hasn't been done 1,000 times recently. That's the other thing. Recently. TNA Slammiversary's coming up. I don't give a damn about Slammiversary or TNA. They've done nothing but treat me like garbage over the years. Treated other people who covered them like garbage. And their content now basically blows. So I really couldn't care about TNA. Don't care. Let me know when they want to stop being idiots over there. Had about enough TNA, don't care. Dolph Ziggler is about as entertaining now as a tuna sandwich, so him being back does nothing for me. Somebody literally just asked me a Dolph Ziggler question. That just makes my stomach turn, makes me want to throw up. I don't care about that either. I'm not looking forward to wrestling news today. It's not very good, so I'm looking forward to the Corrupted podcast tonight on a Patreon, where we say some messed up things that's going to piss people off and make people laugh and make us laugh. I know that. And, Stomping Grounds is tomorrow, so get ready for WWE Stomping Grounds. We did our prediction the other day on Out of Nowhere. If you can even really have predictions for this just horrible show that I just don't care. They did a good job of trying to sell it Monday a little bit. I mean, they did a decent job. They tried to sell Stomping Grounds better than they sold WrestleMania, which is hilarious. All it takes is ticket sales. You know, everybody always talked about what's it going to take for WWE to step up their game, you know? Some people said it was the ratings. Some people said it'd be ticket sales. Some people said it'd be TV views. The real answer is money. It's really going to be about money. And I think ticket sales are really... I think ticket sales are obviously more valued probably to the... I suppose maybe they're more valued to the stockholders. I mean, I don't know, because that, you know, TV ratings have been declining and declining and declining, and they've just kind of been like, whatever. But the minute the ticket sales went to shit this week and last week, WWE hit the freaked out, like, uh-oh. I mean, and I don't think they freaked out enough because, hey, I only gave Monday Night Raw 5 out of 10. You know, they should have made me give that show like a 7 out of 10 at least. But 5 out of 10 is not bad. It's the best rated show I've given WWE all year long. That is very interesting, very important. And And really, that's really about it, man. I have nothing else to say about wrestling right now. I'm sure there's some other questions and stuff like that. And again, if you guys have questions for me, make sure you jump on Patreon and ask them, or ask them below these videos, so we can talk about them here. And that's really about it. I'm looking at it, and I don't see anything else about anything else. I don't get it. So we will I suppose I am looking at it. I don't see anything else I care about. Well, I guess we talked about Mike and Maria Kanellis, Mike Bennett signing with the WWE for 5 years. Could be all kinds of reasons why they did that. I gave my speculation on Out of Nowhere, but I gave my speculation that they're making about $200,000 each a year, and that contract obviously couldn't be matched by anybody else. So it might be $250,000 a year each for Maria Kanellis and Mike. So I don't know if that's true, but AEW wouldn't have been able to pick them up for anything more than $100,000 at least. And I think that their roster's pretty full. And Ring of Honor wouldn't be able to pick them up for anything more than $60,000 each, or less. So, to me, it makes sense why they decided to keep grinding, stay with WWE, and I hope it pays off. I really do. I hope it pays off. I mean, it already pays off because they're already making the money, but I mean, I hope they don't just make money. I hope they get some more success, and that pays off. That being said, WWE superstar Mojo Rawley has reportedly signed a new contract with the company. No word yet on how long the multi-year deal is, but WWE has been trying to re-sign talents to 5-year contracts as of late. So it is possible. It is possible that why they did it, who knows? I mean, it's ridiculous. But let's say that Mojo probably signed a between 2 and 5 year deal, and I'm assuming his contract probably is for about 150 to 200, 150 to 200,000 as well. I don't know. Maybe it could be more. Could be. They could give him more. I mean, I don't know why, but maybe. And again, he's somebody I don't see. I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of things in a lot of people, but the WWE can't even book up people that are, have really good talent, or have shown really good talent, or have been given really good storylines. They can't even book those people right. Even the people they've tried to book right, they've sort of booked right in the past a little bit. Just many problems and issues and all kinds of stuff going on, but they're signing everybody. So just can't believe that there's so many people they should just cut. And, if they cut those people, the first thing we'll say, of course, is like that they were underutilized and, they really didn't get a chance. So I get that, but it's like keeping them isn't going to change that anyway, because the philosophy in WWE hasn't changed. You have to change that philosophy in order to get that. So you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. Anyway, I'll see you guys tonight for the Corrupted podcast. I also have something else dropping on Patreon later today, and I will be maybe live in a little while later today with some Q&A stuff. Anything goes, so it'll be non-wrestling or wrestling, whatever you want to talk about, Q&A, hangout. So that's coming up later on in the afternoon, and otherwise, I'll see you on the podcast tonight. I expect the podcast to be a lot of fun. And thanks to the people listening to Monetize This last night. Slow start, but Monetize This got much better by the end. So it was a lot of fun last night watching the show, start slowly and then start rolling. That's happened a lot of times in Monetize This history, but it's a 6-hour, 7-hour show. What are you going to, you never know what hour is going to be the good one or what hour is going to be the weird one or what's going to happen. But, the people that stick by it always, eventually you get some kind of laugh out of it, and I had a pretty good time by the end of it. I started really pissed off because I started the show angry, just with life in general, and so then it got really good. Anyway, here's some other videos that you guys might have missed popping up on your screen right now, and check out the Patreon, please, and leave a comment down below. I will see you guys later for the live Q&A, whatever I do, and for Patreon tonight. Oh! Stomping Grounds!